It's Sunday. It's time to get arty. I sort of know what we're doing because she kind of changed it up and said, you know, she just needed a minute and she wanted to make some more cards. So that's what's going to happen today. But she's going to do them a little differently because, you know, she doesn't do anything the same way twice, ever. Really.
Kind of, sort of.
Sometimes.
They have a consistent theme. I'm going to just tree it out today.
Tree it out, y'all.
You're going to get treed.
Treed up the wazoo.
Oh, don't forget Thumbsy Subsy.
This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
we are PM Artist Studio.
I'm going to lower your camera a little bit. You sat
Oh, and I've got lots of goodies here today.
Yes.
That I didn't even know about until a few minutes ago.
All right, but before we get into that, hello everyone. Do say hello in the chat. That way we can say hello back. Otherwise, I do not know that you are here. We like to know that you're here. We are very social, happy, friendly, arty bunch of
Most of the time.
Most of the time. This one over here gets a little grumpy.
But
and sometimes
I'm snuffed up and chesty, so
she's drinking.
Having a little toddy for the body.
Toddy for the body, y'all. All right, let's say hello to everyone that is here. Hopefully everyone shows up on the participants list. Do give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. If you're new to the channel, stick around for a minute, see if you like it. If you do, subscribe, ring that bell, do all that YouTubey business that one does, so that way you get the notifications if and or when they do that, because that doesn't always happen. We've got Anthony. He's the Baron Maker. If you don't know what that is, then stick around for a minute.
Check out the one in
Makers.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So beautiful. Okay, we got Becky, Belinda, Barbara popped in there. Oh, goodness. Miriam popped in there. Okay, let me try this again. We've got Anthony, Miriam, Barbara, Bartender's daughter, Becky, Belinda, Carol. Carol CB. That's the CB Carol. That one. There's Carol. Carrie Griffiths, Charmaine is here, Darcy, Dana, Devin, Eddie, Estella, Jeanette, a.k.a. Janet. Yanka just popped in there. Let's see here. Joanne is here, Julie Torrens, Yutha, Kim Gibson. Hello, Kim. I think you might be kind of new.
Thank
Maybe.
you, Silver.
No, you were not, because I recognize you from the chat, or from the comments. Lydia's here, Marguerite, Nadine, Nancy, Patricia, Paula, Panka, Pia, Ricky, Sherry. Good golly, things are just moving on me. I don't know who popped in there. Maybe Mary Ellen. I don't know if I said Mary Ellen or not. Sherry. Shiny Things, that's Julie. Silver Granny, that's Lynn. Star Trevor, that's Linda. Stephanie Healer. Is it Healer or Heller? I always want to know that. Maybe I say it different ways each time. Suzanne is here. Hello. Terry. The Shelley Studio, that's Margot. Tina Schfunberg. Tonya Rambles. Hello, Tonya. Is it Tonya or Tanya? See, some people just, you know, do things differently. We like to know these things, and hopefully I remember them. I really do try. That's everybody. Announcements are, God, see, you sit down and then you stand up, and then I'm like, good golly. See? It's just, she's hard to contain. In a box. Can't put her in a box. Actually, I just need to give her a bigger box, but then I like her to be kind of zoomed in. She gives good facial expressions. She gives good face sometimes. Anyway, what was I saying? Announcements. If y'all haven't watched the Hop, there's just 7 of us, so it goes pretty quick. It's fantastic. Everybody gifted like little good gifters. I need to edit my process video. If y'all want to see it, let me know. Like, it's not really, like...
Yeah, and earth-shattering. Like,
no, and actually my box is downstairs. I didn't even bring it up. But, I felt like it was sort of a cheat. But, you know.
Time constraints.
Time constraints, y'all.
Determine a lot of things.
It still took me like 2 hours to do that.
Did you all see Izzy's hair? You put it in Makers.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now. That's... I'm telling you.
Oh, no, I didn't put it in Makers. I just posted it to mine. But I could share it. Talk about some goofy
It's
gifted.
a work of art.
It really was. And thank goodness. I thought I had it handled, but the curls and the braids wouldn't have happened if Gigi wasn't up. Because I would have lost my, you know.
Okay, there. Izzy's hair was fantastic.
Yeah.
I know. Hey, and it came home in pretty good shape, too.
It really did. It held up. Although it had, because we put it a little further back than we needed to.
I think
it needed to come up a bit more. So that's something we learned.
Some things, yes.
And that, so since it was already sort of back, I think it kind of kept slipping back more. And she said it was heavy. But hey, like a trooper. And she still wanted to wear it to gymnastics. I was like, yeah, that's not happening. They're ponytail people. And they'll ask you, do you need a hair thing?
Belinda said, I saw her hair. All right. Well, yeah. I just thought, you know, there's all kinds of different ways of expressing yourself artistically and creatively.
And then every time we always ask her, what did people say? Because it was so great. When she went to pre-K, they were so sweet. And when they would drop her off and put her in the car, they would be, her outfit today is just so adorable. I mean, we ate it up. There's not a lot of that at the public school. In fact, there's pretty much never any of that.
Well, considering there were only 10 kids in her class at preschool.
Oh, there was a lot of love there.
And now we've doubled that, you know.
I get it.
Teachers just don't have time for that kind of stuff.
I know. I'm just
saying. And it's really kind of sad.
I miss it.
If I win the lottery, I'm sending her to private school.
And we want to send a note that say, hey, we'll give an extra donation. We would like to hear how awesome she looks every day. Not that we're putting importance on looks, but hey, when we put this much artistic thought into the outfits, the appearance really is important. It's an aesthetics thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it is. It's like, you know, we design her little outfit and everything. And you know, sometimes she puts her foot down. Oh, yeah,
she will. But
says,
most of the time she's like, go ahead, Mommy. Now, the other day, so I had picked out something for her. She's like, yeah, I don't like this. I'll pick out my outfit tomorrow. I was like, fine. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Works for me. Shall I go topside? I think that's really the only announcements. I mean, obviously, we have everything that's still going on in Makers. If you want to participate in the Goofy Gifting and you are in Makers, go ahead. Do it. Post your pictures. Do the hashtags. That's, you know, we're going to really push that this next year. Also, one quick kind of note. Everything will post for the events starting January 1st, meaning like all of the events all at once will post in the featured area. I will combo everything and just kind of give a real overview of what's going on. The swap will be taken over by Becky. So she's going to be the new leader of the swaps until she probably, you know, I don't know. It's a hard job. The swaps are a hard job. It's the hardest one.
Coordinating people and making sure everybody understands what's going on.
I mean, she has been a pro. Joni was awesome. I mean, anybody that does this, just hopefully I haven't scared Becky off. I didn't want to get into it too much.
Becky, she's going to swap till she drops.
Okay. We'll see. It's a lot of work because you just got to keep up with people and make sure that, you know,
everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Deadlines and, yeah, it's a lot like, you know, the Makers Creative Club, and that's why we're going to hashtags. Okay. If we could figure out how people could just coordinate themselves in a swap, that would be super, but it requires somebody really managing it.
It does. Just, you know, to keep on top of it. And a lot of times, you know, with one of my partners, I can't remember who now, but she signed up. I don't think she didn't really understand what was going on.
Yeah, and sometimes you have to help people.
She wasn't a member of Makers yet.
No, she had to be in order to sign up.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to be a Makers to sign up.
Well, she didn't understand that's where the info was, other than just the initial announcement, which is where she signed up. She didn't understand the follow through and whatever. And it's just, you know, kind of sifting through that. And everyone knows I'm always late on everything.
That is
except this time I was not. And Lygia, I want you to know.
It's in the mail.
Is it? Well, yeah, and it has been.
Yeah, you might have even already gotten it.
Yes, and I want you to know it was a very special one, and it was one of those happenstance things. I was working on some snow cards, and I needed to flatten them, and I have this piece of glass back here that Mariah hooked me up with. We don't use it anymore because the shiny stuff is really...
Yeah, I had it. I loved it. I love the glass mat. Like, if you're just crafting and you're not...
scrape stuff off.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, and I
It
should
stays
use that
clean.
more often over here, but it's always covered up over here. So I was going to put those cards under there, and I found a postcard that I did months ago.
So this was so funny. Who was it that posted, and the trinkets were stuck to the bottom of something? And I said, I'm telling you, when you're looking for something, it's stuck to the bottom of something.
And this thing, when I lifted it up, I kind of stuck my finger in to hold it because these cards were like this. And I could feel something on the back of it when I had my hand in there. Like, oh my gosh, there it is. And the other one, I don't know what happened to it. But I wrote a little message on the back that explained how it applied to snow.
Some things just have to be sold versus, you know, being like just blatantly, that's the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta
And
make
we're
up
gonna-
a story about
I'm
it.
going to talk some more about that
Would you
today.
let me go top side?
I would.
Okay.
Oops, I'm going to keep an eye out.
I feel like something.
Oh, Lygia, no worries at all.
No,
you know.
that- she just happened, like you said, she
You
got
know,
lucky. She already
January,
had
February, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay.
lots of happy mail.
Lots of happy mail. And I'm so happy I saw Carol.
Quick question, Rhonda, do you want us to open the stuff today or do you want us to wait? Now, we will probably, most likely, it's about an 80 to 90% chance that we will be streaming on Christmas because that's what we do. We're influencers.
Yeah.
I don't know why that makes me laugh because I don't know if we influence y'all or
We're
not.
just, it's really tongue-in-cheek. We do not really.
I don't know that I know that we influence people, but I also feel like it's more like we hang out with our friends and we all talk about and enable each other.
Yeah.
So I don't know that that's influencing. That's really more friendly enabling.
Yes. It hasn't advanced to the stage that it's out open to the world. It has a select audience.
Yeah.
Sometimes a very select audience. Well, I just told Mariah, I said,
That's from CB right there.
I want you to look at that. What do they call it? Fancy cutting. Fancy cutting.
Fussy cutting.
Fussy cutting. Well, it's pretty fancy fussy.
I told her I think it might have been a die cut because I think Carol has a good.
She's color rated it.
It's beautiful. I love.
And little shiny berries and little shiny breast on the hummingbird.
I don't know if y'all know this, but hummingbirds can be mean.
Yeah, they can. They can be mean to each other. They're kind of bullies.
Mm-hmm.
And they do have that sharp little piercing beak. So, you know, it's a lot of might. And she's Mariah, of course, no. It has a little elevated thing on there, you know. Can you see it?
All right, who asked the question?
I don't know.
Somebody asked the question. Eddie.
Oh, see, pain in the butt cutting. No die cut for this one.
Oh.
And so that
You're
is
extra
oh my
impressed.
goodness. And I want you to look at that little slender beak. Boy, I tell you what.
Oh, Sean. Hello, Sean. She'd like to know if there's anything else you can use under the gel plate besides the acrylic, like plexiglass. Well, there for a while. Okay, here's the thing.
I wanted to be able to see it.
Through it.
That was my main thing.
So that's the importance of the plexiglass. But if you aren't, you know, if you can't get a hold of it or, you know, most of the time you could go to just your local hardware store. Some hardware stores actually cut it to size for you. That's kind of the info there. Like go to the window area. They take the big sheets. You say, hey, I'm going to buy the whole sheet, especially if you have multiple plates, and then just have them cut it down. There are some hardware stores that carry standard sizes. Standard sizes are a little tricky because they're almost close to the size of the gel plate.
And you want a little bit so that you can grab it, because I've got mine stacked up over here.
Now, do you have one of those photo things that you used to keep yours on? Handy.
Well, I don't think, but this one's very close.
No. The black and white photo platforms.
Oh. I think I gave all those to Izzy.
Yeah, we kind of gave them to Izzy because she uses them. Anyway, there are photo platforms that you can buy, which are really great because they're reasonable, and a lot of them come in sets, 2, 3, whatever. So those are some other options as far as getting something to put your gel plate on that works really well. Unfortunately, the photo platforms are either black or white.
Yeah, they're opaque. You can't see through them.
Hopefully that answers it. Let me know if you have further questions on that.
Okay.
Some people do use... Remember, the bigger your plate is, the thicker you want your plexiglass. That's why it's kind of important on those larger ones to actually get the plexiglass versus... Because some people do just buy like cheap frames or whatever that have the plastic glass. You know, it's not actual glass.
Okay.
Those work well.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Fran says if you're in the UK, the plastic man will cut them and bevel your edges. Let me just tell you, beveling those edges, I just take my sandpaper block and run along the edges because they will cut you.
It will cut you.
It's very sharp. It's very sharp. And also there may be some little pieces of fiber and filament because it does have kind of a skin on it when you get it, and they cut it with that skin on for that purpose. You don't want that on your gel plate because it will ding it and make holes. So our people don't do any beveling of edges, but that's really, I would love that if they did. Okay, see, I love this. It's wonderful.
And Darcy puts washi tape on the edge of hers.
Oh, well, does it stick? Be my next question. Trees! Look, we have trees.
Y'all are so awesome.
And I just love this because, you know, and I've got my trees out, and I'm going to show you. I have another whole bunch of cards. I do a new batch that are kind of different. But isn't this lovely? This is Rhonda's.
And Rhonda, okay, maybe Rhonda wasn't here whenever Rhonda is Griffin Shell. Hello, Rhonda. May we open our presents today, or shall we wait? It's up to you. Just let me know. I was reading back. Because we're really chatty today. Dear Lord.
I have gunk going down my throat again today. And snuffed up. I know I sound nasal. I apologize.
It's been cold again, which is weird, but then the heat comes on. And
okay, this is so cool.
It's very
These nice, neat little layers there. And that's just, and I love this.
That took some time, because that's, you know.
Oh, yeah. And all of this little glittery stuff here.
Is that Stickles?
That lovely background. And look at how she's done her edges here.
She says, yes, open now, always now. That's how she operates.
I just love it because every little gel plate, gel print has been cut into a little skirt.
And outlined.
And then it has lovely insides.
Oh,
and
yes.
it's very lightly.
Your typography and everything. Well
lightly gel plated.
Centered up.
And this
nice
is,
font
this
choice.
Is so wonderful. Now, this is wonderful also in a whole different, look at this, back and forth swoopy stuff
Is
with
Jolene
the
here?
Christmas tree. I don't know, I
think I said Jolene. Is that one of our trees? I just couldn't remember if it's like one of the in the pines. It sure looks like it.
I think it is. I'm saying it is. But I just love it. It's a very wintry, windy little lone pine on the slope. Love it. Love it, love it. Okay. I'm handing all those because we saved these. All of these are saved someplace, and one of these days we'll
I will
get them all out.
I just haven't gotten to it yet, sweetie. I know. Paula's got something for you, but I haven't.
Rhonda sent fabulous prints, of course.
She wants to know if she can cut them up. Is that okay?
And I especially...
She wants to make cards out of them.
I really like this because...
And if y'all don't know, Rhonda has, I think, quite a few of these that she has sent us were done on video.
So you can actually... number one, I love this stencil and I love the shimmer of the gold.
I know. I even had a little tickle this morning. I don't know.
I knew it would be the more I talked, so I'm going to try not to talk a whole lot. All right, lovely example of overprinting. And very festive.
Yes, of course.
I love this.
Yes, of course. You can use them.
Okay.
We like to ask.
I love this too. I don't
Thank you,
foresee
Eddie.
that as being something that I can use today. But
There is Rhonda's channel link in the chat if y'all want to see how some of these were made, because she did videos. Isn't that just, I love that. That's very Mariah. It's not really very-
it's wonderful. Look at these edges.
And those are stencils. Okay, so the leafy ones, those are Rhonda's. Those are her design. But then the poinsettias and the gate in the middle are Christy Hartman's. I
Just
y'all,
love the wonderful crackle she's got going
when
on.
our designers use their stuff mixed with other people's stuff and just give the love, you know, just pass it along, that makes me so happy. You just don't even know. Just don't
And
even
I want
know.
you to appreciate the depth
Those
of
are ours.
this.
That's our blooms for chrysanthemum. I call them blooms. I don't know that they're specific to a flower.
But beautiful. And I want to do something with this, but I don't think for this project maybe it's not the thing.
Fran wants to know, have you heard of negative watercolor painting?
Sure.
Is that when you yell at it? Tell it how bad it is?
Yes. Instead of painting the actual shape, you paint around it to create whatever it is. And usually you have light colors down, and then you define the shape of your object by painting dark around it. Yes, I know about that. I'm not very good at it. It takes way too much stuff.
Maybe you should just whisper through the stream. Or just get
I
into-
see
can you
this
just-
as being a card in and of itself, but not necessarily for what I'm doing
That
right
looks
now.
like tooled leather.
I absolutely love it. I'm putting it in my stack over here. Okay, here we go. Rhonda gave us permission. Look at this. I love
Well, I'm
when
going to
people...
open mine at the same time because, man, we are going to run. I mean, we're already 20 minutes in here and all we've done is yammered and shown
I
things.
will certainly be saving that string, you know that. And she's got it taped down to the bottom. Look at that. What? And I just love this wrapping. I told Mariah it looks like a thing of cheese.
I said, I don't know, but mine smells good.
I can't smell, so I
She doesn't know if hers smells good.
love this little tag. And Rhonda, I will keep this and then recover it and
That's what we do.
use it again.
We have a whole band of tags. I'm like, what'd you do with the tags? And then I
And
found them
people-
after we.
We
Because we
opened.
make really good ones.
Yeah, we opened our Secret Santa gifts last night, and we collected things
We did.
from people.
They look at us weird, but oh man, I knew I smelled something. Look at this, sage smudge soap, moon water elixirs. Ooh. I gotta cut this open, I think, because it doesn't have the little tabby thing. Okay, that's good. And let me tell you, it took me about 5 minutes to get into the box, didn't it?
It
I was
was
like, man,
it
I'm
was
like-
well packed.
I'm glad I'm doing this prior to the stream. It was well taped.
I saved these pieces of tape that are good for Izzy because I'll tell you what.
Clearing spray. Look at me. See, me trying to do this with my eyeballs. I'm like,
Oh,
oh, here. One of the best ways.
Kefir wrap. Okay, this is good paper. I'm saving that.
She's not listening to me.
What?
I'm going to spray you with this.
Ooh.
One of the best ways to cleanse energy is with regular smudging. We created our smoke and ash free alternatives to burning sage for those times when a cleansing or shift in energy is desired. That needs to happen around here, I'm telling you. Oh, I love it. Here, show this in the thing.
Yes, we actually.
I love that little tin. It's super cute. We have a problem. We really do. Hold it up into the technology. Isn't that-
Clearing
it smells
spray.
fantastic. Don't.
Oh my God, it's wonderful.
It's not for you. It's just for like the room spray. But okay, that's true. You need it on you. I agree with that.
It's wonderful. It's very Christmassy. Look at these little
Oh, those look
lovelies.
yummy. I don't think they're keto. Although they are a little tiny. I wonder, you know, how many carbs are in.
Cookies with almond and ginger. All right, my gum out. Oh my God.
Sometimes it is. I'm gonna keep it over. And just... Yeah.
I'm savoring.
Okay. Good deal.
Mmm.
The other one is a guy's.
Oh yes, and the ginger is coming through. It's kind of like a little finish. Mmm.
That's funny. Darcy wants to know, has anyone seen the reels where the guy buys a new cookie tin at the store and gets it home and it's a sewing kit?
Oh man, would I be? Yeah. That would be. Oh, these are lovely. What
Thank
a
you,
lovely.
Wanda. You
How should I
spoil us.
I can even smell that. And
Well, I'm sure you can. It's on you.
my nose is blocked up. I'll have to hide that. Izzy will.
Oh, your cookies?
My cookies. She says, she comes to me and says, Gigi,
Oh,
do
hey,
you?
okay, one more thing. One more happy gifty. I forgot.
Okay, can I hand you this so
Yeah.
we can put this in with the wrapping
Yes.
stuff?
I'm gonna keep
We still
mine.
have some out. Oh, well, we've already looked at these,
We
by
did.
the way.
So these came from Lydia.
Okay,
Lydia
so-
makes the most beautiful things.
All right, so here are the little. Well, there should be 3 of those.
There's 4.
Yeah, but little.
Oh, no. She only put the 2 with, and then I mixed them up. So
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the packaging here is just awesome. Look at this little jobber here. And I don't know if this is to me or not, but I'm keeping it because I like it.
it was to both of us, but you know.
Oh.
Isn't that
Blessings and
gorgeous?
happiness. Thank you, Lydia.
And look at the inside of the little pocket, even.
Yeah, look at that.
I know, all teasy with
But
the
look
good
at that.
one there.
Sewing. Yes. And she's got this cute little thing on here that, you know, wraps around.
I love that.
Of course you do, Mariah.
Just, you know, contains things. like some proper containment.
Just like the writing on these.
I'll take it wherever I can get it.
All right.
Aw, that's so sweet. Lydia sent one to Darcy too. Lydia,
Well,
you're just so sweet.
You really, you need the light behind them because we did that. And I mean, they sparkle. When we hang them on the tree, we're going to
put them
hang
on the window side.
On the window side because I think that they will shoot rays up to the,
Yeah, Izzy was ready to put them on the tree, but I was like, hey, no, we gotta wait. We're gonna show them. They're so pretty.
those beads, aren't they gorgeous?
Oh, Eddie got one too. Wow, Lydia's just spreading the love.
Oh,
of
my,
that-
yeah.
that just, Lydia.
Isn't that gorgeous? This has garnets. And I know about that. Well, actually, that bracelet that Mariah has on over there has
One of them.
garnets.
She laid one out here. She says, well, you can have that one because it doesn't fit me. It is a
Well,
box.
I can get
It's
it on, but it makes imprints on my
Yeah.
on the.
It's even like it fits me.
Now this one definitely will be a light shiner.
Yes, I love. And Izzy was like, "Is that one mine?" Yes, I think so.
Oh, absolutely wonderful. And the whole thing about it is I really would like to somehow get a little tag so that we know who, you know, because next year I don't know that we'll remember.
Well, what you should do? Okay, let's hole
All
punch.
calligraphy.
Well, hole punch the two that she sent that say what the gems are, and then write on the back, you know, from Lydia.
All right, I put them back in the little packet.
Oh,
I
in
think
here?
that's a
Okay.
great idea.
All right, we'll keep it over here, and then you can do that after the stream.
All right. And I am going to talk about casual writing lettering because what happened to me in my thing here was I ran out of the right color of it's my writing on the things, but it was just nice to have those to go ahead and just clip them out and use them. So I've been practicing my writing over here on my little, you know, whatever this, brayer off sheet. Thank you. Yeah, brain. Come on.
Brain.
All right, well, Mariah started this for me. And I told her, I said, it's a day late and $1 short because I needed this yesterday when I was...
I don't always know if she wants, like, because I have to clear off the stamp because we take a picture of it. So we use it, or well, I take a picture of it and then I stamp it.
I'm going to find
the good,
card,
you know, one that, because you got to get it, what do you call it, when you prime. That's, I don't know why I have a hard time remembering that word. When you prime the stamp, and then there's a bunch of ink in it, I have to dab that off because it shows up differently in the photograph.
Yeah, it does.
So, oh, and this is by Darcy. This is her very first stamp in the PM Artist Studio.
Christmas tree that I made, Mariah.
I don't. Well, that's your stuff. Oh, you did
Oh, here
come
it
over
is. Here it is. Here it is.
I was like, everything was in a stack. So
Here it is.
It's on you.
All right. So I needed a blue for the Christmas tree. I did not have the blue that I needed. Imagine that.
It's kind of a fat, squatty tree.
Yeah. Well, I cut it out myself. It had to go over the edge. And I used the fancy scissors to clip it out. And then this background is just a print that I pulled, I don't know, 2 or 3. And I just cut it out and I used half of it here. And then half of it, where's the other one?
Oh, thank you, Eddie.
Pulled it out.
Eddie put it in. I was looking for it. I had to open up my thing and do a bunch of things. So the link to Darcy's new stamp is there in the chat. Eddie put that in.
Because this is kind of how I want to do
she was thinking they could be wings. It's a wing-like stamp.
Oh, well, it certainly could. I just see lots of possibilities for it simply because it's, but anyway.
You put the link in.
Oh, I had to, and here I just
Eddie.
cut those little jobbers out just from the leftovers of the.
I do too.
But here's the, it's this paper that comes in the big papers.
Yeah. The scrapbook.
Scrapbook papers. You know, the big square tablet of scrapbook papers. Then the only thing I had available that without digging too much was Buddha's head.
Buddha's head.
So we did some shadow printing on top of
I remember Buddha. I'm bringing Buddha
paper,
back.
Paper, and you can see, you know, flipping flopping there to get a nice little. I just wanted a suggestion of something that kind of broke up just the flatness of the paper. So anyway, that's
you know what, Becky? That's so funny that you say that because Brad was like, "Oh, this would be a great corner thing." So he saw the corner potential to it, and Darcy says, "I love it when P sees lots of possibilities."
Oh, well, always. I mean, you know, and I'll get to the birds here in a minute because the birds might add another hole. But the thing about it is all of you remember I did make other cards with the plaid.
Mm-hmm. Which one plaid?
And I just had pieces left, and this is what Mariah does all the time. But I didn't have a joy that fit up there, so I had to write joy. So I practiced joy over there, and then but anyway, these are the little trees that we
Hey Jolynn,
put on the paper and then wet them and pulled them off.
Thank you for the very beautiful card. Was that one of the In the Pines trees? Like, was it one of our trees, or am I just thinking that? I wasn't totally sure.
Yeah, you can see the texture of the trees, and you.
Those are the freebie trees.
These are the freebie trees.
You got to download it and cut it yourself. I did make a new freebie. It's stars.
Yeah. And you can see it's just.
Oh, and then Darcy was asking, are those Michelle's birds? They are Michelle's birds.
What is it?
Her birds.
Oh, yes, the birds are here.
The birds
All right,
are here.
we'll talk about those in just a minute because we're on this. Okay, here. Remember these?
I think what would be sweet with the birds is if we heat emboss them. Like, that's like a last thing. Now, I will say the birds also work very nice to make texture. Because when I was stamping those off, I was like, that looks pretty cool.
I've got...
You got the papers, right?
I do, but... Yeah, I do. I've got the papers here.
See?
Because it took me a while to figure out what they were. But see, even over here. Okay, yeah, those are the birds. All right, now, this is my spattering, and I do it with the toothbrush in a box.
Yeah, there's a lot more spatter that gets everywhere over there, too. In the box? Did you do it in the box?
I did it in a box, but look at that wonderful spatter job. And these are the trees that these were just a rub off from.
Were you wearing socks?
Was I wearing socks?
While you spattered in a box?
No. It was warmer. Just, you know, these were little things that I did 2 years ago. These little trees.
No worries, Tutu. We just been mainly
Mariah said she thought this was funny.
I like that one. It's weird. It's just it's
a
pee
tree,
on a card.
It's a tree growing from joy.
Yeah. Through the ice of, you know.
Uh-oh. The envelope got put down before the card was quite dry.
Oh, I like that idea. Carrie says the set of 4, if you got the arrows, those could be used as mini tree backgrounds. That could be.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to make some more because we were running out, and I said we were going to give giveaways for the whole month of December. Now, some of these are slightly smaller just because...
I feel like more people have been coming in. All right, so Julie. Hello, Julie. And Trish.
This
Marguerite.
Is just a little... And there, I wrote Joy on a little piece of paper I found on the floor.
Oh, one other thing. Tomorrow's Monday, Julie Torrens sent me, just me, not you,
Sure,
like kind of a blank journal with, it's kind of a winter wonderland, so she used her new printable set, but it's all blank, and then gave me the parts and everything. So once I finish the mask, but I'll show this more tomorrow, like we'll go through it a little bit, because I think I'll finish the mask tomorrow, maybe. But yeah, I'm pretty darn excited about that.
Okay, now this is a combo here. This is one of the trees that I picked off from the thing on top of with kind of a shadowy thing. I thought that was really brilliant.
Yeah.
I thought it was so brilliant that you should use this envelope and you can see it through the envelope.
That's kind of the one that you like put in with a present and don't mail it. I always wondered about that, like, you know, the vellum envelopes, as pretty as they are, I don't know. Is that like a good idea to mail it in the mail that way?
Okay, this is another one that from last year, maybe even 2 years ago. I don't know. I've had them for a long time. These prints in the background.
Oh yeah,
and then this is glued onto that,
2 years
but with
ago.
a little and I kind of lost some of the edge, but I figured out how to do that. You just take the this to remake a little white edge.
Remake it. Put it back in.
And a little strip. You don't throw those away because can you see how you needed that little strip there to stop Joy from going off?
Oh, you totally can put a label on it, Tutu. But here's my other problem with the vellum envelopes. They don't really hold up well in, you know, heavy-duty handling because they kind of crack. And so whenever they go through the mail, I can't tell you how many of them usually show up ripped up, cracked, or torn. So really it should be in, you know, or like, you know, how wedding envelope, you know, wedding invitations usually have an inner envelope and everything. It should be an inner envelope situation. Inner. Because we have these really cool gold ones that we used to send things out in, and let me tell you. Yeah. It was yeah.
All right, now this is quite the accomplishment here, and I spent a lot of time on this. You know, one of the reasons I can't mass produce cards is, well, number one, I get bored doing the same thing. But remember these little trees? I did a bunch of those with our new
Oh, the stencil butters?
brown. No, it didn't do any. And then I carefully, Carol, I want you to notice how carefully I cut
CB,
out.
look at that fussy cutting.
Fussy.
She
Fancy.
did one.
Fancy cutting there.
She did one.
So, I wanted to use that, and this is the print. I did the little border around it, and then I had this left over, and isn't that wonderful?
It's kind of I would say that you learned that from me. That's a Mariah
Well, I
move right there.
probably did. I don't know where I learned that from, but anyway, save those little pieces. I think this is sweet.
She was getting after them deckled scissors.
I don't use anything else.
I love those too. They really are. If you're going to get one pair, get the deckled.
I think this, this is
It works for all sorts of
wonderful designing.
things. If you do say so yourself.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers here.
Very nice.
I think this is really an elegant little card.
I like that. So, did you say that you used the stencil butter on that one?
No, I haven't used stencil butter at all. And here, what I did was I put one of the trees that was picked off over that tree after I had rubbed a little coppery stuff around. But I left it so you could just barely see.
Hold it up into the
little
technology a little closer. Let's get, intimate with it. Very nice. So what you're seeing on the edges there, that's actually on the texture, or no?
No, this is the tree. This is one of the trees with texture paste.
Right.
But in the behind part there, it was the same tree with the mask tree rather than the
Gotcha.
stencil tree.
Very nice. Hello, Carolina.
And then
Hey,
this brings me to the last one I did yesterday before we went off in the wild blue. Yonder. And don't forget to remind us, because we've got to do giveaways. We've got new batch of cards. Because I think we were out.
Yes, I wasn't sending out any with orders because I was just keeping those for the giveaway here, and we were almost out of those. And then she's like, okay, well, I think anything going forward, we're just going to give away during the stream.
And I can keep up with that, I think.
Yeah.
These were just what was left over, and I just put them onto, I kept that sheet. And remember, this was the leftover stencil part. And I want to do something with this one today, because I've got the other stuff set up here. But I didn't know that I was going to receive
Susan, send me an email.
birds and whatever here. So the plan may have altered ever so slightly.
Because I don't think we haven't done your order yet, so that could still happen for a year.
Okay, now Mariah's already started this off here, which is, quite nice. But I'm going to go ahead and
You know what is really kind of cool? And because I like to play around with the stamps. This is kind of my one main time I interact with the stamps that we do. Because I don't do as much as what P does. But what's cool is you can put pressure on either end of it, and then you get either the little bloopy end or the pointy end.
well,
Yeah. So it has multiple possibilities.
I just really like what's going on here, and how I could use that as a wonderful, simple, background, and then cut trees out of it. Mm-hmm. That's what I saw, because it would have been nice if I'd had that. Well, but it's a stamp, not a stencil.
This was my favorite.
I needed a stencil.
There might be more that are coming out through, next year or whatever, but... Because, Darcy has lots of
Okay,
options.
So, there's that possibility. And I don't... oh, dear, I'm floofing my pieces here. I had my pieces all lined up very carefully here.
Oh, awesome, Tutu. And if y'all don't know, Tutu... Can you put how to say it? Because I think it's Hale. It's Hawaiian. Polynesian.
Oh.
So it's not hail. I think it's like holly. It's Grandma's house. Tutu holly.
Okay.
I think that's right. Anyway, hello, Helen. Go over to her channel. Just getting some cool things going on over there. So check out Tutu.
Okay. Now we've got the birds, and I love the birds. And I really, you know, I've got all of these big. Remember the frame cards that we got that we decided the frame was sucky poo poo?
Too big.
But I've got all these lovely brown envelopes. So I'm thinking if I can find the right paper to do these on, that it would really be cool.
Yes.
To do the birds.
Now these are by Michelle Sharp. If y'all don't know what Michelle Sharp, she's.
Look at these.
I'd
little
be surprised because she's got a pretty good channel over there. She's got quite the subscriber base. But these are some more of hers that started out as just the lino cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
From like the rubber stuff.
And I just think this little chickadee / sparrow.
Yeah, Brad's like, I don't know what kind of birds these are, and I'm like, I don't either. Let's just they're
just
birds.
Wonderful. And this one, he's looking. Look at the expressive eye. Just lots of. And this one's hunkering down because it's cold as crap. That little woodpecker.
That we did know. We did know that it was a woodpecker, but we didn't know exactly what kind. So.
Yes. Well, there are lots of different kinds.
Yeah.
I love the quality of this, and printing it on craft paper is just. I'm anxious to do that.
And I also want y'all to note, I accidentally, for these two sets of for Darcy's and then the set of birds, I normally stamp onto the 32-pound hammer mill, which holds up a little better. And I think that's one of the reasons, like, when you saw the one and you were just kind of like,
you don't
it
get
bleeds.
Yes.
This is copy paper. So, I want y'all just, number one, a little appreciation for my stamping abilities. And number two, just know that's, like, you can get better, crisper images because that's copy paper and it's the cheap stuff.
But I agree that there's certain atmospheric effect there that you get with that paper that you don't, because this is very flimsy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I just, we may do
some stamping things.
Stamping, and we may do cards for,
the rest of the month.
The rest of the month. I'm very, and I want to get them out and show you where the coasters, the stage that the coasters are at.
She just doesn't know what to
and
do.
why we're not working on them today.
Y'all know how she works. Not in a linear. She's not linear.
Okay.
Oh, they would make fantastic gift wrapping paper. The birds.
Yes. Pardon me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, we didn't want to make them any small. We couldn't make them any smaller because we lose the detail.
Yes.
So, I would be curious because I think are they 3 or 4 inch? Let me look at them.
I would say 3 or 4 inches. I'll get them back in a minute.
Okay.
All right. All right. So this is the stage I'm at with these dudes. I have lovely
4 1/4
unity. They're so unified that
I have such good unity.
I could just use one and then we'd be done. So I'm at the stage right now where I have 2 layers of texture gesso, clear texture gesso on each side. And I've been messing with colored pencils.
Hold it up into the technology if you would. Because y'all can see from the other day, perhaps. I don't know. Obviously, now it was kind of fresh off the plate. So what you see now is dried.
It's
and
dry.
also has the textured gesso on it. So they're a little more dulled out, which I think is good. That's probably more the route you wanted to go anyway.
I think it is, but here's the thing. The texture gesso allows you, can you see what's happening there? with the colored pencil.
Hey, Lara.
You can really get, you know, you can pop up the colors.
Yeah.
And
hi, Gina. Hey, those of you that are coming in, do say hello.
And if you want your one color to be a lot more obvious, then you can come in.
Yeah.
And really, this doesn't have any blue on it. And it really needs
it has
some
one little
blue.
spot at the bottom.
It does. So basically what you can do is you can just bring whatever color up that you want. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to do some glazing on these.
Yes. The gesso is clear. It's Montmartre. Is that right?
Yes. Fabulous stuff. If you don't have this in your arsenal of paint supplies.
Fairly reasonably priced. And it, you know, most
places. Oh, it lasts forever. You don't need a whole lot of it.
Mm-hmm. It's our favorite. And we've tried a few.
I don't, yes, and I've used a lot of different ones. I just like this because, number one, it's fast. It dries fast. I mean, by the time I got through the last one of the coasters, the first ones were dry.
It doesn't mess with most, I say most, other media in a way that, like, pulling color and such. That's one of the reasons that we like it. There is some. I mean, all mediums do.
It will pull color just ever so slightly.
Like, if you put that clear texture gesso on certain black mixed media paper, it pulls up the magenta.
It really does. It does. It does do that. And it will mush your colored pencil around ever so slightly, but not to the extent that, you know, I would avoid using it just because of that.
Right.
Because I can always come back in and you know, redo those areas where I would like a little bit more.
It has more grit to it than what other gessos typically do.
It really...
And it's fantastic for the colored pencils. You just drink, I'll talk.
Okay, thank you.
If you just throw out a word to cue me.
How long do I have to last? Oh, okay, I think I got it.
You got about an hour.
So you see what you can do here. And I've just been messing with these. And this one, yeah, has a lot of, and I really, this color pencil.
I don't know that she's going to end up.
Vermilion.
Yeah, I don't know if she's going to end up sealing once they are completed.
Oh, yes, I definitely will. Because what I like about doing that shiny,
she's going to Mod Podge it.
It just pops that color. And
I do, Monica.
I can't emphasize that enough. Now, if you want your color to remain kind of subtle and, you know, just subtle it out, then don't use the Mod Podge. Go over it with another layer of the sealant. Now, the other thing is, this is not going to protect your color integrity. Remember when we showed you our chart? The ones that we showed you that we did probably a year ago? Well, the color has faded significantly over just the clear texture gesso one.
Did it?
Yeah. And we kind of, you know, we suspected that, but we didn't know it. And I was really happy to see when we drug that chart back out, because that chart, it's been up there for a long time. Just really want to get these little diamond shapes that are suggested here back in here a little bit. I don't know where that circle came from, but that's kind of nice. Highlight your circles. You know, you just take your lighter color and really, you know, just do it on one side, and it kind of gives a little bit of a...
Oh, ma'am, they have a, you can get that in 500 milliliters or 8.5.
What is that?
Well, the 500 milliliters is $16.99, and the 8.5 is $8.99. Well, that's y'all's choice. It just depends on how much texture gessoing you plan on doing.
Copenhagen blue.
But either way, I think it's very reasonably priced and like it.
I do. I really, honestly, it's my go-to. And I've used Golden. I've used Crafter's Workshop, I think. Maybe
no,
not.
no. It was the golden stuff, the ranger stuff, and Montmartre. I think those are the three.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That we use or have used.
Are you sure it wasn't Dina Wakely?
Well, yeah, but she's ranger.
Oh. Well, see, I don't know diddly squat
She
about
doesn't know
that.
those things. That's my job.
I don't know those. I don't have to know those things. I just grab the bottle and the box and, you know,
Says
whatever.
I like this stuff. Get me more of it.
Yes. I don't know from whence it came. Don't care. I don't want to see if somebody do a video. I already know what I want to do with it. Doesn't that sound terrible? Oh, my God. We went to Osaka for dinner last night with the whole family and did the hibachi, you know, thing. And it was a lovely dinner, but the music was so annoying. Number one, it was too loud. I couldn't even hear the other people at our little section talk.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big mistake. And if I were to go back there or, you know, call them up to make a reservation, I would say, I want to know what kind of music you will be playing at the time I will be dining with you. Because I do not like, number one, I don't know. What is that kind of music?
Here's the thing. Like, I didn't even hear it, which is pretty crazy that, like, I didn't key in on it.
Oh, it was just...
But I'm kind of wondering, like, if it had to do with where you were sitting, which was kind of, like, right in the middle of the, you know...
Oh, maybe I was right where the speaker was coming down on me.
I think so, because, like, we were up, you know...
Yeah, they were kind of on the other end. We were on the side, and they were way down on the other end.
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible. I was just really... I was frustrated because I wanted to hear what you were saying. And I think in dining experiences, that's important.
Yeah,
and if you know, if your whole restaurant is centered around the idea that people come and dine with you that don't have conversation abilities, then perhaps you should just section off, you know, say, okay, these are the no talkers, these are the talkers.
Oh, and then
no music.
We might need to get our hands on some of that Bright Tone by Crystalac. That's the stuff that Susan Fernandez has been telling us about for the hot stuff. Although she's not going to use these as coasters. It's going to be a book. But if y'all want to make the coasters, which would be some great goofy gifting.
Oh, yeah,
put that stuff on it. So that way they're sealed and good to go for the hot coffee or tea drinkers.
Yeah. But you can see what this is the piddling aspect.
I don't like it when I'm driving.
Oh, I especially if I don't know where I'm going. I get very
do the music
anxious and I used to play music and I don't like music with words because I start listening to the words when I'm working. I just like instrumental. A foreign language is good.
Yeah, because you're not like keying into the.
You're not. And basically, what you do here is you just decide, well, what do I want to emphasize? What do I need? Do I need some more color? Do I need some of that?
She wasn't going to work on the coasters today.
I wasn't going to work on the coasters today. Okay, let's just go through.
She's going to be doing more of that stuff.
Okay, lovely, right. You know, it's just, I don't know, it needs more. I really like this one a lot.
I like that one a lot, too.
I like both sides of this one. I like this one. I probably, a coat of Mod Podge on top of this, and it would be absolutely stellar.
That's like Rudolph.
I just think it's wonderful. It's very Asian. Well, I think all of these kind of have a little bit of an Asian vibe to them. Like that. And you can see I've done some pencil work here and over these. And I came in with the thumbprint. Did you notice that?
Bye, Yannicka. Okay, so a lot of people have no idea what... Yeah, that's true. That is very true, Julie. All right, so Acme says, is this the same clear texture gesso you can use on the gel plate to pick up dried paint?
I do not.
No,
I would not. The reason
because it's textured.
Well, the whole thing is I have used it. It took me forever to get it back off of there because it just leaves that film and you have a hard time getting another print because it's just like this. It's the
and I think the
texture.
The way
I finally had to tape it all off.
I think the way to think about the whole texture or even just gesso in what is its purpose? Its purpose is to adhere to a surface to create a surface to work on.
As a substrate.
Right. So with that in mind,
yeah,
it sticks really well to things. And so therefore it is a bit harder to then remove all of it, especially if it is directly to the plate. Right? I mean, I just think that that's kind of the way to think about it.
I think it's an excellent explanation.
Okay, thank you.
And you just have to think, you were creating a tactile surface. It's not a visual, it's tactile. You can feel it, actual tactile surface. And I don't think that you necessarily...
Yeah, Robin says she has used it on a gel plate, but she prefers the matte medium. Yeah, because the matte medium is meant
for that.
Is meant to like mix in with paints, and that's its purpose. So, yeah, I think so.
And, you know, it's just like everything, every medium that you use has some kind of...
Like what it was meant for.
Purpose, originally. Now, you can deviate sometimes. You can use something for something else, and it doesn't necessarily have to be what it was intended for. But you do have to be respectful of the qualities that it was inherently...
Designed for.
Designed for, because that can work or not work depending. Well, I don't know if I like that, but anyway. Okay, here we are.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one? Yeah. Okay, seen that one. Seen this one. Oh, this is nice.
Yes.
I like this edge over here.
And the gradient on the arrows is fantastic.
I know. I came in and accentuated that ever so slightly. And here I came in with a lot of different yellow. Here I accentuated the quality of the ombre on the little diamonds.
I like Taylor Swift as a person. I like some of her songs, like, but isn't like has never been on a playlist because she's kind of, you know, after my age, I think. But I like her. And I think she is awesome.
I don't know anything about her songs or anything, and I probably wouldn't like her. I don't know. I just find music nowadays is rather insipid and shallow, and
P hasn't had a breakup that she has Taylor Swift in her life.
It has no soul. It has no body.
I don't think that that's true.
It doesn't.
For you.
It's
for her.
It is all geared towards consumerism.
I don't think that's true.
Buying an image. And I am, you know, up yours. I can create my own image. Thank you very much. And I don't even qualify as music. That's how I feel about it.
There you go.
I think it's horrible.
That's her.
I think it encourages mad, oh my gosh, I have to go out and I have to be this image thing. And I just,
there's that.
I don't know. I think it creates a whole society that has a very shallow. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm off my soapbox now. I'm back to cards.
I'm going to spray some of that sage again. I think it wore off.
Well, I'm almost out of alcohol.
Oh, that's true. She has also been
imbibing.
Uh-huh.
And, oh, that's so good.
It's going to get real interesting, y'all.
Vanilla. There's a lot of vanilla notes there.
Oh, I like Gaga, too.
But lavender, too. Just so good. All right, where are we here? I completely lost track of when I went off on my rampage here. Okay, probably don't need that.
Try to shake it off. That's good, Robin.
What?
Nothing. You wouldn't get it anyway.
Oh.
I'm not being mean. Like, I'm not. You just. You would have to. It's pop culture reference.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I like it. That was good.
A decisive cut there. And sometimes, you know, I like those edges. And I try to leave them. But not so much for this card making process.
Yeah.
Because you don't have access to all four sides that are equally interesting. Unless you're doing a huge giant card. And
exactly, Carol.
That's not what we're doing. Alright, now before I put this away, And I'm keeping these little jobbers because here, I'm going to show you what you can do with them real quick. You know, when you just need that little edge of something, because you want to block whatever that's happening there. These scissors suck. So what you do, and I know I can just hear Susan Gantz going, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're keeping that little thing."
Now that, you keep that.
You keep that. Because that may be exactly what you needed to just finish off some...
Or fix something.
Or fix something. Or, you know, stop your words from
Yeah.
falling off the page.
Uh-huh.
Like I did on that one card.
Yes, exactly, Pia.
You need to be careful there when you get down to the very end. You can.
Hello, Jennifer.
I don't know that you clip your finger, but
Yeah,
there you
could.
go. Those little pieces that you do cut off, and sometimes I cut off a little bit more than I really wanted to, simply because you
Nice
saw
and
how
slick.
difficult it is to get right up to the edge there. Okay, well this one probably, I will throw that one away. These two, I'm keeping them because they may be something that I absolutely
Chat is with you, Becky.
need. Okay, I'm putting those over here. I'm scooting these over.
Here, Becky says, music genres are like art supplies. Everything has their place. Yes.
Well, I disagree with that, but you know, whatever.
Why do you disagree with that?
I don't think there's any place for that crap that I was listening to yesterday, other than making it somebody extremely annoyed.
Was it like dance? See, I don't even know what it was.
No, it was just terrible. It was just terrible music. I don't even know what it was.
I think it was probably like, you know, techno type music. And don't get me wrong, there's some of it that I was like, okay, seriously. There's some dance techno stuff that I just am not a fan of. Some of it I absolutely love. I love house techno because there's like some words and things in it.
Hey.
But if it's just like repetitive, I get kind of puts like trance.
Okay, I think the whole thing with my annoyance, my total annoyance
This is
yesterday
worse.
was, it was not allowing me to have a dining experience.
So you're really not totally mad at the music, but the music was kind of the thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's where she's putting it. She needs to.
And it was just, the more I listened to it, I was just, you know, it totally messed up my entire experience, dining experience. And I think that restaurant needs to know that.
Okay.
And I may be in the minority, but you know what? I count too. And I'm not going back there.
There you go.
I'm not going back there. I couldn't even, you know, and the hibachi guy, I was kind of like, he was here and I was here. I couldn't even hear and understand what he was, and he was doing some really cute
Yeah, and he was being
things,
funny.
and it was funny.
I think
but
you guys were
couldn't-
just in a weird, sound. Because you were like sort of behind him, which then anything he said.
Yes.
Wasn't
and we
coming.
should have put Luke and Josh over there where we were.
Exactly, because they were just in
They
their little,
wouldn't have cared anyway because they were having their heads in their phone.
They're teenagers. They're boys, you know. Out with the old people.
Yes. I swear to God.
Oh, good
is
golly. All right, I think we found the source of the main.
Yes, and I just, I felt isolated
Yeah.
and, it wasn't
Okay.
a good experience.
All right. Do you
So,
feel a little better?
Osaka, you suck. Your food is absolutely fabulous.
Fabulous. Yes.
Your music, not so much. All right, let's get on to, let's do one of these because I kind of have an idea for
I
this.
do agree with that. And I don't even like going to the movie theater. I will wear, when we go to the movies, I wear earplugs.
Now, see, I don't care about that. I'm
She
going
loves
there.
it.
I want some sound. Hell yeah. Sound with what's going on up there. I'm not talking to people. I'm not carrying on a conversation. I'm not eating. Well, sometimes we do eat, but, it's usually before the show.
Well, yeah. And you want it loud enough that you aren't hearing people eat popcorn, I guess.
Yeah. I don't, that's a place where that is totally acceptable.
Are y'all enjoying this?
Loud,
Y'all get all
boomy stuff.
Just please keep in mind that this is the world according to P and how she feels about things. And
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who else's opinions I'd have.
That's true. If you'd listen to more music, you could have other people's. Sorry. There was a bird nest down on the ground there that said, you know.
That was some total BS. Is what
I
it
am
was.
glad that you are you and you
Total.
have your very unique P points of view. Sometimes they're a little. I think a.
Well, I just don't understand people that are wishy-washy and willy-nilly. You know.
Yeah, you're a little like we don't have to worry about that. I think you need a little willy.
Tamping down, I probably need more sage.
She does. Less whiskey. It's
just going to continue cutting out my Christmas trees.
Okay, I'm going to read that here for a second. Okay.
Okay, now how far? See, I'm making decisions of
Yeah.
how. I've already made a decision on that one, but I could change. And I've got this little bloop up here.
I do that too, Susan.
And I don't love that. But I don't really have an idea on what to do with it yet. And I tried scraping it off. I might just have to cut out the trees. And have the trees just, you know.
Yeah, and it looks like a little heart. It's kind of poofing out of the top of that one.
Yeah.
Izzy would be like, she always sees hearts. Did you see that heart? Did you see
Yeah.
that heart, Mommy?
Rainbow
I
unicorn running through the forest, farting hearts.
No doubt, Eddie. No doubt.
But we've got some smushy texture. This was because I flipped it down on the opposite side. And I love that. I don't know. I don't have to decide that right now. I do want to show you some things to do with this. And this is going to be...
I used to, even back in the days when you know, I was like 19 or whatever, when we used to go clubbing, I would wear earplugs. Because I like my hearing. And I'm very happy that I did that. And if I forgot my earplugs, I would grab napkins and I would stuff them in my ears. And I didn't care how goofy that looked. And I bet you my hearing is 10 times better than most of those people.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, you moved on me again.
I was like, oh, sorry. I was always like, you know, if you want to do some investing, I would invest in the hearing aid companies because in 20 years, all those people that were, you know, lying there on top of speakers and whatnot aren't going to be able to hear jack squat.
And then P has a, so this is the other thing that, you know, she just kind of keep in mind is that she has, like, hearing loss in one ear, so it makes it hard for her to hear anyway.
Yeah, and see, this is the whole thing about it. My ears were kind of starting to get stuffed up yesterday anyway from the allergy business.
So that's all you were hearing. And
this is my bad ear anyway.
Well, that was towards Castle. That's fine.
Yeah, really. He was messing with his phone too, just like the teenagers.
So see, I don't know if it would have been better if you were at the other end, because your good ear would have been towards the other direction. Oh. How did you get the hearing loss? A swim or something, right?
No, I had my first year at college, I had a ear infection and it burst.
Oh.
But I didn't even, I just know, I was miserable. And when it finally did burst, it was relief, instant relief. I didn't find out until years later when I was...
It had caused...
Yeah, when I was getting, they hearing test you for entrance into the teaching thing. They want to know. They said, you have significant hearing loss in one ear.
You're like, that's not kind of explains some things.
How about that?
I mean, I didn't notice, but I noticed.
Thought it was just selective.
Thought it was other people.
Yeah, you know, just part of my way I see the world. I don't know how interesting this cutting is, but, you know, the whole thing about it
You're
is...
having good combo, and I think you needed a little therapy session, so that's good.
I didn't really... Sometimes it's really hard to get those edges and I just do that because then you don't have that little hangy-outy thing that's, you know, giving you grief when you try to glue something down. Now, see, that's kind of wonky. I sort of like that.
I do too.
And I really capitalized on that on some of those cards. Mariah, can you get those out? And the ones that are kind of, you know, a little bit... So I don't even worry about it. And these scissors, it's not an exact science anyway, because they kind of have a mind of their own. They just go where they want to go.
Well, and here's the other deal about these decorative scissors. I really wish that, you know, they would kind of make some that are at a little higher price point. Because they're pretty, like, you know, kid grade.
Crafty.
Novelty-ish. So they aren't, like, the best materials. And they dull out, and once you get closer to the tip of them, they don't cut so well. And I think that's true even when they, you know, arrive. Just because the way that they're made.
Now, see, I might keep that because that might be a really cool little thing because it's got some wonderful actual texture along with that little edge and whatnot. That might be a good one.
I don't know which wonky one you want me to...
The ones where they're kind of off-centered and at an angle.
Okay. Okay, like this one. This is a very good example of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just think, you know, because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of paper here.
Oh, Susan says thinning shears used by hairstylists also make interesting edges.
Got some of those.
Yeah.
They don't work very well for hair anymore. I don't know how you... Oh, yeah, well, I'll have to find those. I used to know where they were. Because I've got... My hair in some places is really thick, and then in some places it's not so thick. So I would always have... And you know, work on that after I got home from the... So they never cut my hair the way I wanted them to. I just...
Oh, some other people, who, like Ricky and Lynn, both have kind of that same thing, like where they had a...
Severe ear infection?
Infections, and then, yeah, and then they had hearing loss.
Well, you know, if I'd taken care of it, but I was stupid and young, and just, I could have gone to the, they had, you know, medical.
Yeah.
But as I recall, it was also on a weekend when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And that, you know, other than going to the emergency room.
Here's another thing, is like cutting really thin, like to the edge like she's doing is very tricky with these scissors. They need more to grab onto.
Yeah, because see how I've got these little...
Choose at it.
Choose at it, yeah.
It's like the cat came over.
But I really kind of like that. I don't know. You know, I'm just looking at this.
It's an effect.
Yeah.
It's a technique.
I'm still not sure what exactly I'm going to do with that little blob there, but something will come to me.
I'm kind of the same way, Eddie. I hear things. I hear a lot.
All right, now I need to find my, so when this happens, because inevitably if you're doing this, you're going to have this where you press down in the middle and you lost your middle part of your...
Yeah, no, Julie, yeah, towards the end of the scissors, they don't cut for diddly. And that's true of all of the decorative ones. Because, again, you have that plasticky kind of outer whatever. So it just doesn't have the push. That connection at the end of the tip. That's the best way for me to describe that.
Now see, that's a little card. That's a little card. It doesn't have to be, you know, have multiple layers. It just really doesn't. And I think that these would be lovely. You could go and get some lavender paper and...
Yeah, I agree with that, Susan, on the whole. Tim Holtz does sell a deckled edge paper cutter. I have heard and watched some videos where people are like, eh.
Not so much?
Yeah, and it's a guillotine style kind of thing. And it's pretty pricey. Like, it's a... Yeah, a flimsy tip. That's a good way to describe
A what?
It. They have flimsy tips.
Yes, okay. So, we've got these here that we can just leave as is. What I want to do, but I don't know where my stencil is, I wanted to come through and use some of my new texture paste. Ah, I'm so...
You mean stencil butter.
Stencil butter, thank you.
Yeah.
Good God.
That's why I'm here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Saved me.
Keep you, sane and stuff. And
Okay.
nice.
So we just put this back down, and we've kind of got this, pastel-y vibe going on anyway.
Don't sound so excited about it.
What? Pastel-y vibe?
Pastel-y vibe.
Pastel-y vibe.
You're into that.
You're into that. And I just don't really know what. I'm just kind of thinking here we're just going to go with something really boring and seashell. Seashell by the seashore. What? You can't just laugh hysterically over there and not share with me.
So Carla has one of those gadgets that you put the phone music through the car speakers. So I guess it's kind of like an exterior Bluetooth type thing. That would be my guess. And Apple thinks it's earplugs and warns me about my hearing every time I rock that she's rocking down the highway. That's funny. I like that. That's funny.
Now remember, this is...
That's a good point too.
This
and
is
hello, is it... How do you say? Josica? Let me know.
I'm kind of trying to add a little texture to my tree here.
Little texture to the tree. Oh, yes. Very nice. Oh, look at that. Fancy.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Now, if you guys are new to...
Can I hand you that? Because I have no place to put that it would be
to
safe.
stenciling or texture buttering or any of that kind of thing, and you're like, ooh, I want to do this. I don't have the things to do it. The knife that P has, because I noticed that Christy Hartman in her video, and I think one of the reasons she was struggling, now she got her technique down. It's not to say that you can't get it done even like with a credit card or a whatever. But one thing that I noticed, because I was watching through, and you could kind of tell at the start of it, she was still kind of having some of those issues, but then she sort of got her technique down. But one of the reasons that this knife with the bent, can you hold it? Yeah. That kind of knife versus the just straight flat one, this one allows you a lot better movement and helps you direct the knife part of it in better ways, like either to keep that heel of it up and not dig down in, because I think that's where some of the issue is happening, and it's harder to do when it's just flat. Just some tips there. Pardon the pun. Tips on the tip.
There we go. I don't know. That works for me. Now I'm just going to wipe off my stencil.
Eddie used an icing spreader in his texture paste video.
Oh.
I haven't watched that video yet. I need to.
Okay.
I watched the hot plate last night because we were still
bit.
doing the whole, doing the Christmas thing. Okay, the icing spreader has that angle too. So yeah, good choice, bro. I love y'all.
I don't know. I'm not going to make a decision about that yet because I don't really know what to do with that particular mess there. This doesn't bother me. I like it. I could come in and add some more little trees up here. I could add another little tree. But I can also add my trees, my pick-off trees. Stencil butter is good stuff. Order some. Don't forget to tell them that you heard about it here.
Yeah, please.
Because they do send us stuff. And
they've been loving on us, and we appreciate it.
We really do. This is seashell. Now, I must say, let me just...
I must say
that pearl white and seashell, you can see there's just a tiny bit of yellow added to the pearl white. So if you already have this, I would just take a tiny bit of either the champagne. This is, I love this.
Yeah, the champagne is...
Champagne is awesome.
It's the champagne of gold.
Or you could take a tiny bit of
smaller amount of that.
gamboge and put that in your white and get this same.
Yes.
But let me tell you what, this is very concentrated. You just need to, like a tip of the toothpick.
Today's all about tips.
Tips and tricks. Tips and tricks.
Tips.
Okay, now, yeah, I'm not going to mess with that. I don't feel like doing that right now.
Thinking about titles.
All right. So now you know that. Pearl white is almost the same as the
Carla,
seashell.
I had a car that I swear. Remember the Saturn because the roof leaked? And I swear, there was a period of about a year or two that I was always like kind of sick.
And it
was
had
that
mold.
flipping car. Because the roof would leak when it rained.
And that was the one that wouldn't turn around, too.
Yeah, finally it parked, and I was like, "You're done. I'm done
Look
with
at
you."
that little piece there.
No. That was the Mazda.
That was the Mazda. Yes.
The Saturn like started just kind of crapping out on me. I'm like, and I drove it right into this one, to the place that kind of used to work on it a little bit, and I'm like, what will you take for it? I got $500 for it. That's probably more than what the dealership would have given me, and I couldn't get it to the dealership. It would have taken $500 to tow it there or whatever.
Seriously. Okay. Now, let's just say we want to up this just ever so slightly. Remember, you can go ahead and trim it down enough that you can... Sometimes I just pull those off. So then I can take a piece of... smaller piece.
Eddie's hard on plastic tools, it seems.
So we've already got this started here. I know that I don't have a whole lot of room to work with here, but I do have some. And you can see, you should try both sides. Well, of this paper. I kind of like the duller side because it pumps up the
Sheen.
sheen. Okay? Now, you can either glue it down first or, and it's not square. I don't care. I'll show you how I glue.
This explains things.
It's called the spastic.
Spastic gluing. That's a lot of glue. It's really unnecessary. I love that song. Pump up the jam, pump it up.
Like I said, these scissors kind of have a mind of their own. I don't mind that it's a little bit wonky. If you're a precisionist, this is probably not the technique for you. That's how successful I am talking, even without my full facilities here. And it's like Mariah said, when you're doing those edges and they're very, very close.
That's how she rolls.
Bust out some more whiskey.
I don't know that that's a good idea. I'm just saying.
Okay, now I'm liking this a lot, and I've practiced my words, and I've got a tiny little piece of paper here. Got my marker over here. Hanger-oners here.
Hanger-oners. Really hard to shake. She's not shaking that one off either.
Don't you think that's cute? Might be a little smushy, and I probably could have used the other. I've got another purple marker I like better than that one.
Oh, good golly. Carla has some great car stories. Love it. Yes, yes, Julie. She gets decorative sometimes with her gluing as well. Sometimes Joy just needs a little smack.
Yeah. I'm very happy with that. I
Does
think
it bring
that
you joy?
brings me great joy.
Wonderful.
I mean, you know, I just, number one, it was created from something that really wasn't intended to. It's just that this piece of paper, it was all happenstance. I love that when that happens. Serendipitous
Joy.
joy. And I might even take, I don't know how this would work.
Oh, good golly. If y'all are finding joy in this stream, please do say hello in the chat. We're joyful.
Oh,
and
there,
chatty.
look at that.
Give those
Rustic
thumbs up.
edge. Now, is that not some cute stuff there?
That's some cute stuff right there.
That's some cute stuff right there. Okay, I'm going to hand that off to Mariah. This is probably more of a tag than a card. I don't know. Don't have any envelopes that it really fits, but, you know, we're back into that.
Well, and you gotta be careful. So, there are certain sizes of envelopes that require additional postage. I think that is even true of smaller envelopes. So if you do the square envelopes, they require extra postage. I don't know if y'all know this, but you know, today's tips.
Tips and tricks.
But there's nothing to say that you can't just put that in the larger envelope. Now, part of me really hates that idea because I think that, I don't know, I just have this feeling that it should fit or, you know, be within a certain, there's some wiggle room. But, you know, that's all I have to say about that. Everybody's having some thoughts today.
Show you my little, if I can find it. I'm going to have another cookie.
Cookie. Good feeling. Alright. Well, P had a car. What was that red Lincoln that you guys had for a little while? It was a great deal because they had the people, like the car itself was in great condition, hadn't really been driven that much or whatever, right? But it was stored like in a barn or whatever, and the mice lived in the trunk, and it just had that smell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's horrible. My God.
Yeah.
I had to drive it all the way back to.
Yeah. Wasn't it a Lincoln?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Handy dandy little device and has rubberized feet so it doesn't slip and slide.
Yeah, the one that I had didn't have that feature. Carrie
right.
has this same one.
Sometimes you may have to do more than one little slice and dice. That's what's nice about having this little tiny cutter here, and I don't have to, you know, wrestle that other one.
Yeah, the post office doesn't, well, I don't know if they don't like it, but they do say that it should require extra postage. Like if you buy it at the store, you'll notice on the envelopes, usually it has printed on there, requires extra postage.
Okay, I did make a little,
Oh, you want the little baby cutter? Okay. Yeah, this one's a little fancier than the one that I had from back in the day.
Okay, I wanted the sides to be straight. And then I went ahead and did the bottom. But you can see, I think that works really, really well. Just a cute little jobber here. I'm going to get out that other.
Is this the 6-incher? I think so. Is that 6 inches on there? 2, 3, 4. Do they call it a 6-incher because of the
4 this way, but I think
6.
it is 6 this way.
Okay.
It doesn't actually have, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, that's what I need for there. Put that one away so I don't accidentally grab it. Find another little piece of white paper here. Teensy tiny little piece of white paper. And sometimes if you need a little room to hold on, it's better if you trim your word after you've written it. What?
I don't, okay, hold on. Oh, so Lynn says that if the envelope can't go through the postal sorting machine, it has to have they have to handle it by hand. And so that's why it requires more postage. Because, they have those automatic machines and they're set to handle certain things. Hi, Colleen. Let's see. The thing that made me laugh. I don't know if Paula's a little further behind in the stream or not, but she says, you see deafness while cooking. I thought P said I need a gigolo to go in there.
Well, you know.
I mean, what else would you use him for?
I'm not discounting that as, you know.
So, that's why I was chuckling. And then I was like, should I read up further? And I was like, I don't really need to. That's fine. That on its own is funny. I don't know what she was talking about, but either way, it's good stuff. Okay. And Josica. So was it Josica? Josica? You may have said. I just didn't. It's Jozica. She says that baby cutter's fantastic. I thought I had the smallest one, and now I see they make them even smaller. Oh my goodness, it's $57 in Canada, that little cutter.
Oh, it's super cheap.
$20. I thought that was a little high, but it may have gone up. Did you pay that?
I got mine on, some kind of deal.
Okay. Maybe a Black Friday thing.
It wasn't Black Friday because I got it before that.
Oh, that's true.
I didn't pay $20 for it. I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I didn't pay attention to that when I grabbed the link. Sorry. But I would say, even if you go in on that link, and then now you kind of know what to look for, I'm sure.
Yeah, and the thing is you want to read the reviews, because there were ones that were cheaper than this one.
You got glue on your lip. Don't eat it. That was rude.
Well, that was one way to do it, and I just couldn't get it off there any other way. And
I don't want you eating it.
Messing up my new lip stuff that I got from my Secret Santa.
She found the lip goo that she loves. Yeah, she licked it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's Lancome Juicy Tubes, and I wish I could tell you. Oh, here it is. This is marshmallow.
She loves this stuff. I don't really dig
Elizabeth knows that I love this. She got me this the first time, I don't know, years ago.
Years. And then P was sad because she couldn't find any more. But, and then Elizabeth even
I think she had trouble finding it, too.
She did, but she found it.
I tried to, but it has little.
Rhonda would like to know who gets the card that you spit on. Actually, there's two, because there's kind of two in the zone here.
I don't think anything landed on it. By the time it gets through the mail, it'll be
fine.
It'll be fine. But see, and maybe even have those as one. What? What are you laughing about?
Eddie.
Hey, I'm telling you what, these little things, and this stuff lasts on your lip like a long time. And I have to watch it because I have, I get cold sores.
Yeah.
If I don't keep, and in the winter time here, it gets really dry. I know, you know, Texas has a reputation. Okay, I'm kind of tired of doing purple ones. Let's do something else. Let's get back to our...
Yeah, see, Paula is behind.
She is?
Yeah.
She's in delay?
But that's fine, because it's adding to the comedic things that are happening.
What does she say? You gotta lick it before you stick it. There you go.
No, that would be Eddie.
Marshmallow flavor sounds good. It really, honestly, it's not terribly...
Whose song was that, Eddie?
Whatever, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. You got 20 minutes.
Oh, she have a husband.
Oh, Marguerite, are you asking?
What is it?
See how far Marguerite is behind, too. Y'all may want to go ahead and press that, you know, the live button thing. You know, when you kind of mouse over your screen and it says live, if you click that, it will take you to the more, you know, like... Because what will happen is you sort of build up a lag. And then it'll put you further back, and then that's why chat gets kind of weird sometimes, too. And especially if we do a giveaway, which Marguerite now has just earned herself a card because she asked about the giveaway. So Marguerite, please email me.
And she has been, yes, and she was the one that came in the other day, and it was all, after it was all over. She did number 11.
Oh, was she one of the ones? Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes me feel good. All right, Marguerite, you got a card coming your way. You just need to email me. And there's the email in chat. And then, yes, we will. Let me get that queued up. We'll just go ahead and do it now.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use the big chopper.
I'm refreshing twice no matter what. That seems to be the thing with old chat.
While Mariah's doing that, we're going to cut some card blanks here.
What number are we on? Let's just go with card 11. I feel like that's about right.
I think it is.
Okay.
Okay, now how did I decide which was the best way to do this? I think it was this way. I don't know.
And don't forget to like the video. That's right. Go ahead, y'all, and start putting in the hashtag card 11. That will put you into the drawing, and we'll just pick the one right here off the top. Well, I'll let you choose if you want one that, you know, that she just gave to me that might have some pDNA on it. Or if you want, you know, the...
Oh, I think I looked up here. That's all right.
Kind of like blood spatter in the trees. But I'll let y'all pick. Okay. Oh, Josie did it. Thank you, Darcy. I'm glad you said that. Okay, Josie. Perfect. That I can... I might have to write it down, though. Josica. That I was probably totally brutalizing her name. I'm writing that down.
Now, I think... Gosh, I hope this still fits it in the thing because I really wanted to make kind of a square card here, but I don't know.
That's funny, Nancy. Nancy's always there.
All right, this is going to work, right, Mariah? You would be okay with this?
Kim! All right, Kim, you need to email me. You need to email me. Do you want one, you know, a purple card or, you know, let me know. Purple or green. Just let me know. But I got to write your name down.
Oh my goodness, we're getting up to the...
Yeah, up to the wire here.
Okay, I'll hurry because I've got some things to show you.
I know, and I thought you were going to stamp some things.
I was. That may just have to be another day. I guess we just messed around too much with...
We yammered quite a bit today.
Yammered.
But we showed a lot of cool things. Y'all sent us a lot of cool things. Happy
Yeah.
Mail. I love yammering about Happy Mail. Oh, okay, Kim, did she tell me?
Now see, this is where this little cutter comes in really handy.
Hello, Yolanda.
Because if you have your paper already sort of cut down to size, so I know that this is from one side to the other. So this is going to have to be less than to the other side to
Darcy's
the other.
taking care of me.
What?
Darcy's taking care of me. I love it.
Well, if she gets tired of taking care of you, she can come in and give me a little.
No, you have enough people taking care of you. All right, Kim, you just got to let me know if you want pink or green. And I'll put a
You
sticker.
have to really watch this. It does pull. I will say that. It pulls.
Oh, they all do.
Ever so slightly.
The guillotines always do. Your thumb there makes me very nervous.
I know. Sometimes.
Darcy says she loves you, P.
I know you do, honey. That was a. But don't throw away those little things that you cut off because these may be actually what
You need.
you really need. Okay, isn't that lovely? Now see, I've got my funky cut little tree here. You might want to funky cut a little bit more off of that edge there.
All right, I'm waiting to hear from Kim.
Pardon?
I'm waiting to hear from Kim. Whether she wanted the green or purple. Well, Becky found a cutter like that at Salvation Army last week for $3.
Well, hot diggity.
Can't beat that.
I love when that happens. Okay, I've got this, and I really like this. I just don't know if I've got enough room here for this.
Okay, green. Perfect. She wants the green one. Love it. Done. Got it. Okay. I'll let the next person pick too. I'm putting the vellum thingy later. Okay, next one up. Card number 12. This or a purple one. So we'll say red or purple. You gotta let me know, red or purple, but it's hashtag card 12. Card 12. Hey, monkey. Oh, whoops. I'm going.
I think I've ran out of little pieces of paper, if you can believe that.
Alright, there we go. Alright, come on, guys. Is that it? Okay, I'm rolling it. Boom! Ah, Linda! Alright. Linda, let me know. And then also email me. But, do you want pink or purple?
Pink or purple?
The reason I ask you guys to email me, even if I do know your addresses or whatever, is because then I don't have to look it up and it
Saves time.
It saves time. Pink or purple, or sorry, red or purple. My poor little brain.
Oh, I don't want that blue. No, I don't want that blue. What color is this red? Oh, but it's the little bitty skinny one. Oh, what happened to my fat red? You know what happened to the fat red, Mariah?
Star Traveler was our, yes, was our winner.
That's orange.
But Linda Renz wants the purple one.
She wants what? Okay.
All right, Linda, I'm going to give you the purple one just because you want it. Because that was a little confusing.
Okay, I think we've got it all together here.
All right, Star Traveler, you let me know. Star.
Trying not to get stab my pen in over yonder.
All right, I'm gonna hold that off to the side there. She does have beautiful writing. I know. And my brother, he writes like her. Mine sort of. If I work really hard at it. Yeah, well, it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna send you the red one.
I think that's kind of cool that we're doing the ones that we've done in the stream.
Yeah. That is pretty cool. All right, Star Traveler. There we go on that one. And we're going to do the copper one. And then I'm done doing giveaways for today.
Well, I have got one more. This one.
Oh, well, I was going through the stack of the ones that you'd already given me. But you want to do the one that we... Okay. If that's the case, then should we give away the other purple one, too?
I think so.
Okay. Good golly. Just keeping me busy today. We got 9 minutes. We can do it. We can do it, y'all.
Done.
Okay. Ooh, lucky card number 13. And you can pick. You want purple or red, green, blue. Red joy or purple joy. That's how we'll go about that. Purple joy has, you know, probably some DNA on it. Extra.
No charge.
No charge. Okay, still going. I try to wait until it like sort of dies down, and then I'm like, okay, it feels like this could be a good moment. Bye, Carla. Thanks for hanging. Or are you just saying that you're going to get busy? Sorry. I just assumed that you were saying that you got to go do some things. But if you're still hanging, do so. All right. Helen Schneider. All right. Helen, if you would, please email me. But before you do that, you know, let me know. Do you want purple or red? This is kind of fun.
I'm out of bourbon.
She wants red. All right, the last one I'm giving out, you guys don't get to pick, you get purple. So, and that will be, hold on here, I mean, I'm sure y'all can guess, but I have to put it in before you start putting the thing there. Card number 14. The little one.
But I can get you an envelope for that.
You got one of the smaller kind of ones? There we go. Perfect.
Oh, it's one of those glassine ones.
Well, what I'll do is put paper around it.
Okay. But I do have some others too.
No, I kind of like that. That looks cool.
Okay.
All right. Oh, we're still going. Still going.
These are kind of spottily.
Oh yeah, those were for my wedding.
I love those.
I do too.
They have fragments.
Monica, awesome. Now y'all know the deal. Email me.
And yes, luxury card store. I am going to use the red and gold background. But what I want to do is I want to stamp some birds.
Well, why don't you do that real quick? You got 9 minutes. Why don't you start stamping some birds?
I want to stamp some birds on, and I'm going to have to. Mariah, do you remember? We had.
Congrats to everyone.
What happened to this paper? We had some paper that was kind of like this.
I thought I gave you what I had. Because there's no more downstairs. Because I was actually looking for some. Did you get your piece of cardboard there? Yeah. See, doesn't that work nicely?
Yeah, it does. Except that I have to be careful with my tissue because now I can't reach my tissue. I just need to pull my tissue out a little
One
bit
problem
further.
solved and another created.
Yeah. You know, I know that this is absolutely insane.
Well,
I like the backside of this.
I think that's all right.
Do you think so? I'm going to try stamping on it.
I like the edge of it because it looks worn. Because, see, it's kind of darker.
I know, but see here, there we go again. Because what I want to do with this is I would like to cut out my
Now,
bird.
something I would like to mention, I don't know if it's a who's it, what's it, or it matters, but
What?
that is wallpaper. It does seem to have some kind of backing, like some glue, or, you know, like it's been
It's shiny. Got those shiny sparkles on it. I think it's the glue.
I would too.
The mucilage.
Mucilage?
That's what we used to call glue. That was the kind that was made from horses' hooves in that little squeeze bottle. And it's kind of ucky colored.
Yeah,
It's called mucilage.
that makes me sad.
All right, you all tell me if you remember mucilage.
But I don't know if that's gonna, like, adhere to the stamp, or it's just something maybe to keep in mind. Just some thoughts I'm having.
Don't I have I don't have a little black stamp.
Julie,
do
I have no idea why they do that. Although, if you turn your settings, you can actually, in the little gear thing, tell it that you do not want auto. Like, you want it to, it gives you some options. Linda remembers it.
Okay, so what I want to do here on these birds, this
More
is my
tip-top.
thought. And you have to realize, I received the birds this morning.
She did. Because I forgot that I had them on the stairs. And then Brad decided, he's like, oh, I do want to, you know, let's put them all in as, like, you know, a set. So then it's one listing. Versus doing them individually.
So you can't buy the birds individually?
Yeah, you can.
Oh.
But we put it as one listing. So you have the option to buy this bird, this bird, this bird,
okay,
or
I
all
see
three.
what you're saying. Yeah.
Because it makes it easier for the people
gosh,
buying.
yes.
It also makes it easier for us listing it, but then there's added advantage to listing them separately. But we didn't know exactly which ones were what. And then I was like, well, you could just say, you know, bird 1, 2, and 3. But that's not very exciting. So, you know, see, these are the things that happen behind the scenes.
Okay, this little bird's kind of looking at you. I like this little bird.
He's got throwing you some attitude.
He's some attitude.
So what if, like, we name this stream Tip Top Tips?
Tree tips.
From trees to birds. Does that make any sense? See, I don't always name things the way that probably would get us more views. I like naming things that make me laugh and are, you know, funny to y'all.
I might have to re-up my ink pad.
It's not exactly probably the best thing for our channel, but it's for humor.
Well, I think that looks pretty cool.
Oh, tri-tip.
All right, I'm going to re-up it, even though I do love that pattern showing through
Yeah.
the,
I think some of that's the paper itself.
It is.
Okay.
It is, but we're going to give it a whirl.
Well, we got 1 minute. We might run a little bit long, which is fine, because Izzy is off Christmasing and whatnot with her cousins.
Okay, here's my weird pad that I just used lots of different colors on. Let's try that.
It's
It's
the
going to look a
hodgepodge.
little more antique-y, I'm hoping.
Hodgepodge pad.
Kind of, you know, and this is where you put stamp to bird instead of bird to stamp. Everybody understand that?
Y'all about to
Oh,
witness it.
all you stampers understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm running really low on red.
Red, red.
I just don't know how people stamp without getting this crap all over them. I cannot do it. I mean, I've already started, didn't even have it opened yet, and I've got stuff all over my hand. takes a special talent to do that kind of stuff.
Special.
Okay, now I don't know what color this is because it's been obliterated.
I think that's the no.
It could be vermilion.
Is vermilion red?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's a... yeah.
We're pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
Hey, Sharon.
Okay, I'm not even gonna...
We're gonna go a little
that
long.
around. Just gonna get after it on that bird and smush that around. This is one of those ones that has a little bit... It's a little bit more
Squishy.
foamy.
The
You
pad
know, like
itself.
spongy rather than foamy. The pad, yeah, this thing.
Yeah. What I did notice about all of these stamps is that I liked how sometimes there's going to be like, that was really good. Yes, that's worth ending on for sure. But some of the stamps, there's going to be little wonky areas that where if you aren't careful, you'll get a blur because if you don't press it evenly. These are really easy to press evenly, is what I was noticing.
You need to do a bit of elephant stomping.
In the middle part, for sure. If you want that middle section, they require a little, because they are larger. So you got to get that pressure into the middle section. But, again, like I said, it's kind of nice because they are more square-ish. It's nice that they spread out well enough that you can get that pressure in the middle. I hope that all makes sense to you guys. But see, she even stomped it pretty good. And it does, a pretty decent job there.
Back side of the wallpaper.
I love it. And I'm kind of wondering if the glue will seal in.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Rhonda says press down with your bear and it helps.
Oh, yeah. For sure. To get an even...
Yeah. Because it's kind of like, we have those stamps that have the, this kind of situation.
Okay, this is Ranger ink pad added to black. The vermilion is added to it used to be black.
And now it's a...
But I'm adding and you get that really nice dark brown with some wonderful little, variations in the...
Maybe I could just say tips, and more tips.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to add a different color to your ink pad. This is the same kind of stuff that this is. Just a different color. Because I think at the time we couldn't get black.
Well,
now, I'm going to make sure that those are completely dry. And then I'm going to cut out the little bird. I'm going to put it on...
And yes, another tip, a little trick, is that when you are stamping, if you have something a little more foamy underneath, it does go in a little better.
Yeah, I probably could have done that.
She has her black foamy piece over there that she usually kind of uses.
I usually put that, but I didn't. I think it's still okay.
Yeah.
But look at, can you see the texture of the wallpaper inside the areas that are really...
I like the side-eye bird. It's perfect. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. We very much appreciate it. I will be back here tomorrow with Monday Makes with Mariah. I think that's the name of it. Otherwise, that's what I should name it because I think that's what I say all the time.
And I'm just going to carry on with my cards. How many did we give away today?
4 or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But there's still some left.
I have a
in the
whole,
pile.
Yeah, huge stack over there.
Okay.
Okay, we're good on that.
I just don't want to, run out.
Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging. See you tomorrow.
I'm going to do some fancy cutting on these birds.
All right. She's making, stay tuned.